First of all, I thanks Mr. Chandrabhushan and his team for this nice work done for Korba, where we are operating in a large scale for coal mining business. And I happens to be there for the last 10 years, so that I have a little bit in depth of the issues. And to my mind, just transition is a framework of planned activities to develop a range of social interventions need to secure people's right and livelihood when economy is shifting. The previous speakers have already spelled out about the details of the just transition of Korba, which is the largest district of the country, rather producing coal such a high scale. And I'll request to switch over to a small PPT which I have prepared to depict before the audience. This is just about, first of all, I thanks Mr. Chandur that Korba is producing nearly 17 to 18% of the coal produced by the country, and it is the power generation capacity is more than 7,500 megawatt of this particular district. And next, and other data, I think it has been already given to the field. These are about these general issues. This has already been deliberated. Next, coming down directly to the subject, these mega project activities are producing coal since long, and we have ambitious plan of producing coal from that coal field. We have a 70 million ton project capacity, Kusmunda 50 million ton, and Dipka 40. These three contributes the major kitty to the coal production of the company as well as the country. Next. This is the ambitious plan of producing 1 billion ton of coal for the country for next 3 to 4 years. The production from this Korba district is going to increase from 135 to 186 million ton by 2024 and 25. Next. Actual, I just want to correct the figures because the mineable reserve in the existing project is at of these projects, there is another, there is a reserve of 2,800 million ton, and the total reserve of this coal field with thick seam contributes to 5,772 million tons. So at the rate of producing 150 million ton per year, this coal field can last up to 30 years. This can sustain the production up to 38 years. But looking into the challenges of environmental scenario of this country as well as the nation and our commitment, there may be early closure of the projects. This is actually in national perspective the demand forecast scenario of this country, and as you see that with a growth rate of GDP plus 4%, the coal demand in the coming scenario will be there for this. It will just increase and stabilize by 2030, and 2050 the country will be needing 1,315 million ton of coal as per these different forecasts of different agency. And next one. These are the goals of our company. Actually, you can see the free market of coal, 100% substitutability of import of thermal coal, net zero coal sector. This is we are planning to achieve it by 2040, and strengthening of this PSO strategy and handing over the mine closure on principle of just transition. This is also a agenda in our development plan. Technological adoption and mechanization of the present loading and transport and evacuation of coal. This is a tentative production of this Korba field, the tentative production planning. However, I have already told that it is subject to change depending on these policies and environmental goals of the nation. As you see that by 2030, the production will peak to 170 million ton approximately, and then after 40-45, it will drop down, and by 55, this production has to drastically come down as per the reserve potential of the field and the requirement projected for this country. The huge land resources, we are already having 20,000 hectares of land in our different operational areas, and future land requirement will be 6,000 hectares to mine these other properties who are annexed to these mega projects. And the total land bank will be sitting on will be 28,000 hectares of land. Next. Out of this land, tenancy land will be 19,000 hectares, and government land 4,600 hectares, forest 3,869 hectares, This contributes the total contribution of land for mining. Going to the repurposing of this land, actually the pre-mining scenario, this total 20,000 hectare, 28,000 hectare contributes 19,000 of agricultural land and government land and forest land of 3,867 hectares. After post mining activities, actually we will have a huge land of reclaimed area of 15,000 hectares, water body of 7,000 hectares in all the different 3 mines, and mining infrastructure. That infrastructure includes the huge residential area, buildings, hospitals, schools, and this also includes rail networking, because we are already in job for planning to special purpose vehicle for a huge networking of rail, and we are investing nearly 10,000 crores on this, and to have a connectivity from Dharamjaygarh, Raigad, and passing through Pendra. And after this redundancy of these coal projects, this will actually act as a pipeline of transport to relocate industries around this belt, because this will be connected to the main trunk line of Katni Bilaspur line. So for repurposing of land is concerned, this first para of 15,000 hectares of land which will be available in the mine reclaimed area and down backfilled area, it can cater to anything. We can plan for agriculture, we can plan for horticulture, we can plan for the huge amount of solar parks or sort of things. And this water body actually gives a very good opportunity for ecotourism, water sports, fishery. We have already trial a fishery at a Surajpur district, the old abandoned quarry. It has been given to the state government with the help of the state government. We are already doing fishery arrangement there, and it is giving employment to the peoples over there. And then mining infrastructure which are not been disturbed, our residential colonies, schools, hospitals, buildings, this amounts to nearly 6,000 hectares of land. This land can be repurposed for many purposes, for educational hub, within industries and technical institutes for giving skill development and other things. So this will help definitely a long way. This land can be repurposed with the help of the central government as well as the state government. Coal mining is giving 50% of the current economy. It has to be repurposed, and this share has to be given to other sectors of the economy. And this is known to everybody. Next. Next. Yes, we are diversifying in these ways. We are going aggressively for solar power, and we are going for this first and these are our ventures in diversification, so that
working on that.
Next. This is the in near future, in coming 3-4 years, we are going for such a huge amount of waste. And SECL itself is planning for 5,000 megawatt by 24-25. This solar power. Next. This is another diversification area. We are going for a surface coal gasification plant, but this is not in the Korba district. This will bring nearly 7,000 crores of investment for conversion of coal to ammonia in a eco-friendly manner. This coal-bed methane is also not there in Chhattisgarh area, but SECL is planning for that in Suakpur, Madhya Pradesh area. Next. OB2 sand in Korba area, actually there is a huge shortage of sand, and this is causing erosion for river beds, and we are planning to convert our waste material to sand at Korba itself. And this is the joint venture where with state government as well as IRCAN and Relase for rail infrastructure development. After closure of these mines, and this track will definitely suffice a transport network, so that heavy industries can be set up by the side of Korba, and it is also open to public transport. These are my FMC activities for which this carbon reduction will be there. Next. Greening, we are already in this activities. We are trying to develop the forest cover in and around the coalfield. Next. 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 This is the fishery at Bisrampur area, which we are doing pisciculture in the backwater of the old mine out areas. This is a floating hotel there itself to sustain ecotourism and the employment generation potential of that area. This is our roadmap actually for carbon neutrality. By 2000, it's not visual. Yes, yes. By 2040, we'll be producing 260 million ton of coal, which will indirectly emit 8.95 million ton of CO2. And we have a roadmap for reduction of our, for mitigating that, and that will be done through this solar power generation, carbon sink by plantation, our FMC project, energy conservation, and clean coal technology. By that, we'll mitigate the carbon generated by the coal mining operations. I think, Mr. That's all. Thank you.